All right, so we are live. Hopefully, we get some people in here pretty soon. But what do you think you will see on this Nintendo Direct?
Me?
Yeah,
So I like to keep my expectations kind of low. So I'm kind of hoping for the number one thing I'd like to see is Metroid Prime teaser or trilogy for.
yeah, I
But I
definitely want
think
to see something Metroid Prime. I feel like we've gotten nothing so far other than just that one screen that says Metroid Prime 4, and then after that, it's just like, oh, okay, well, let's just forget that this exists.
I hate to use this expression, but that it really is their trump card. Like it could be an average or below average direct, and then if they put like a 30-second teaser for Metroid Prime 4,
Hmm.
people are gonna be like,
By the way, anybody that's watching, I have one of my good friends, Turbo Jesse, in here, also a fellow YouTuber. So make sure you guys go check out his channel. Turbo Jesse, say something in the chat real quick so I can mod you, so you can actually share your link while we're going live.
thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
All
So
right.
kind of you,
So
the great Rax.
no problem. All right, so you should be good to go. So Jesse, just share your link to your channel in the chat, so anybody who wants to come check out your channel can come do that. I think
Oh,
the what's up?
the other thing that I'm really excited to see in this direct is Yoshi. Um,
Yeah,
I'm pretty hyped for that game. It just looks like a really awesome 2D, 3D platformer, or 2D, really 2D platformer. And I'm really curious to see what they've changed in the last year and a half. I really think the game that we get is going to be a lot different than the game we've seen already.
yeah, absolutely. I think that that's probably why they've been a little bit hush hush on the whole matter, just because they probably didn't want to speak too soon because it was probably still in early stages of development. But I feel like Nintendo works pretty fast when it comes to their projects.
I
Um,
mean, what's crazy is Yoshi was like playable in the treehouse after E3 last year.
yeah,
In the treehouse, they're playing it, so it's like
hmm.
that's why it's so weird. That's been a year and a half since we've heard anything. Because it was promised in 2018.
Yeah.
That.
All right.
So what else? What else are you expecting?
I'll be totally honest with you. I just want to see some new stuff be announced. Like I know that a couple of things will most like I know of a couple things that will probably be announced in this direct for sure, which is gonna be pretty cool if you're a Mario fan. I'll just throw that little hint out there. But in terms of what I really want to see is I just want to see some new stuff, like things that we have just not seen at all. I want to see some, exciting stuff. I feel like the last few directs have been just kind of like, oh, okay, well, that's cool, but nothing really that like blew me away since. Obviously, I'm a big Castlevania fan, so seeing Simon and Richter being announced for Smash is amazing. But in terms of new games for the Switch, I want to see the library expand. I want to see it grow. So I want to see new games be announced, even if it's ports from other consoles to this console, even if it's something that was on a different console that is coming to the Nintendo Switch. I really just want to see new stuff.
Jeff Spack says
Knack for
knack.
Smash.
Man, I don't know about that one. I would love to see what Retro Studios is working on and see if the Star Fox Grand Prix game is actually real.
Yeah.
Um,
Is that what it's rumored to be called? Is Star Fox Grand Prix?
and it's supposed to be like an open worldy racing game that's like inspired by Star Fox and F Zero. But there's supposed
Hey,
to be like a lot of stuff to do. It's not just like a traditional racing game.
if they execute it properly, I'm totally down for it because I absolutely loved Diddy Kong Racing, and if it has any kind of similarities to where Diddy Kong Racing had like that open world, because the thing about Diddy Kong Racing that I love so much was the fact that it was a kart racer, but on top of it, it was an adventure game as well. So it was two different genres kind of smashed together. That's why I feel like Diddy Kong Racing was so amazing. I know that a lot of people out there, would like to see that series come back. I don't know where the rights to that lie, because Rare is obviously with Microsoft now. I don't know what Nintendo would have to do in order to acquire the Diddy Kong Racing name. I don't know if they already own that, since they already own Diddy Kong, they already own Donkey Kong, they own that.
They can just name it Cranky Kong.
I mean?
Cranky, yeah, they can just call it Cranky Kong Racing.
Cranky Kang Racing.
Fine, that's fine.
Yeah, this should be. Oh, here we go. We're starting up. Whew.
Let's do this.
I really hope we get some good stuff. Guys, let me know if my audio is okay. I don't know if the people watching can hear my voice over this. Oh, hold on. Hold the phone. That does not look like 3DS graphics, dude.
It's not.
Yo, is this a freaking HD for Luigi's Mansion? Get out. Is this a new one?
Like the first game.
Yo, what the? What? Get the.
Coming in big. Oh my god.
Whoa, right out of the gate, man. Straight up. Get out of here.
Hello,
What?
everyone. I'm Shinya Takahashi, and I'll be your guide for today's
What did that
Nintendo
say? Did
Direct.
that say coming soon?
It said 2019.
As you just saw, we kick things off with a new reveal.
Chevy
my
King,
God.
what's
Pleased
up?
to confirm that Luigi's next spooky adventure is in development
Oh
for Nintendo
my
Switch.
god.
We have a lot to say about the game, but we'll have to save that for another time.
2019.
Holy crap, dude.
Now, let's cover some upcoming games for Nintendo
Well,
3DS. Please
I already
take a
got
look.
one of the things that I wanted. I knew as soon as they announced.
Pink puffball gets crafty again.
What is this? Is this a new
The
Epic Yarn?
2010 Wii game
What is
Kirby's
this?
Epic Yarn is warping to
Extra.
Nintendo 3DS.
Oh,
for
okay.
3DS.
That's fine.
So, are you sure that
In
it said
Patchland,
2019 for that?
practically
Yeah,
everything,
it said 2019
from
right at the
enemies
bottom.
to obstacles to who knows what else.
Yeah, I'm gonna
is
have to
entirely
rewatch that
made
like
of yarn.
5 times.
Even
Yeah, that
robots.
was. It looked so
Somehow.
good.
And to beat
Looks so
courses made
clean.
of yarn,
It
you
kind
gotta
of
use
looked like
moves made of yarn.
the HD version of
Every
Luigi's
stage
Mansion 1.
from the Wii version is making a return. And the Nintendo 3DS version is also being puffed up with some new
Here,
features.
give me 1 second. I'm gonna check my audio and make sure that we're on
When you
point.
pick up items, you can craft bigger yarn balls, or you can even conjure up some wind to rake in the beads. For a little added challenge, see if you can outrun this speed demon of a devil in devilish mode. To top it off, new minigames will give you a chance to play as some other familiar faces.
Yeah, this game's a pass for me. I'm done with my
Kirby's
3DS.
Extra Epic
Unless
Yarn launches exclusively for Nintendo.
extra. I'm done with 3DS.
Nintendo 3DS in 2019. Bowser Jr., destined for greatness? The Mushroom Kingdom has a bad case of the Blorbs, and the only ones who can save it are Mario, Luigi, and Bowser? It can only be Mario and Luigi Bowser's inside story. There's another side to every story, even this one. Now you can go on Bowser Jr.'s journey as well. In his new adventure,
buying
Bowser
this game.
Jr. sets off to find his own remedy for the Blorbs. But thanks to his signature selfishness, he ends up causing more problems than he cures. Better gather some allies and build up your very own army. Create your own formations, support allies with an arsenal of moves, and conquer the chaos in every action-packed battle. Is Bowser Jr. destined for glorious kingship like his papa? Mario and Luigi, Bowser's Inside Story plus
totally
Bowser
pressed the mute
Jr.'s
button,
Journey
sorry.
releases on Nintendo 3DS January 11th.
I am you.
Thank you, Chevy King.
Hunt Ghost with Luigi and a second player?
Hold on.
While you're waiting
What?
for the new game on Nintendo Switch, don't forget that the original
Three-
Luigi's Mansion is
Yeah,
coming to
3DS
Nintendo
game.
3DS. That comedically spooky vibe that fans remember is intact, even when you're playing the new 2-player mode making its debut in the Nintendo 3DS
So
version.
hold on. You
Yes.
play as like a ghost version of
If you
Luigi.
and another player each own the game,
Like an
one of
Echo-
you
you're like an
plays
Echo
the
Fighter of
even greener
Luigi.
guy as you explore the
What?
mansion together.
So that means you and your buddy
Or
both
if
need this
only
game
one of you has
and be
the
like
game,
together.
You can still
Huh.
play boss battles together in the gallery.
No, it
and
says
download
player 2
play
doesn't
on
need to
your
own the
Nintendo
game,
3DS
so it's like
systems.
download play. That's
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
cool.
In Professor Egad's lab, you can tap
That's cool.
select amiibo figures to surprising results, like revealing hidden boos or healing.
I said
Luigi
before,
when he
the only
talks
thing
to
that'll
Toad.
have me pick up my 3DS
Each
is
of the 4
a Zelda
compatible
game.
amiibo
So.
has a different
Yeah.
effect.
toughest for me.
Luigi's Mansion will haunt Nintendo 3DS on October 12th, just in time for Halloween. Yokai Watch Blasters is out now, with even more free content coming later. Whether your allegiance is with the Red Cat Corps or the White Dog Squad, Yokai Watch Blasters will let you team up with friends to tackle the most action-packed battles in the series yet. Soon after launch,
I actually like the Yokai Watch games.
You won't want to miss the free software update.
I've never played any of them.
Which
Yeah,
adds the Moon
I actually
Rabbit
really
Crew
like them.
version to the title screen.
I don't know what to expect from this one
Additional
personally,
content boasts
but
new bonuses for linking save data between Red Cat Corps and
Yes.
the White Dog Squad, as well as new missions.
a lot of people just compare
New
them
areas
to
to explore,
Pokemon, so it's
new
really
yokai to
kind
befriend,
of annoying because
and new
it's
big
not
boss
like
yokai.
Pokemon.
Why, you ask? You know why. And if you don't, now's the perfect time to become a fan.
Yes.
Yokai Watch Blasters is out now. And don't forget about the Moon Rabbit Crew update.
Moon Rabbit Crew.
That's all the headlines for Nintendo 3DS.
What's going on, Retro Gaming Arts?
How's it going? Well, from here, let's focus on Nintendo Switch.
Coming.
Okay, so they just like
Please
rush
take a
through
look.
the 3DS stuff. That works for me.
It's Inkopolis news
What is
time.
this? New stage?
I really need to start playing this again.
Still. It's like, gets better and better. Come back, there's always so much new content.
Yeah, I probably missed out on so much stuff.
This trailer, this is kind of crazy.
This music is pretty good.
New Turf War.
Oh, what was that?
It's
Whoa. Just a random pigeon.
going on with this trailer. Is there new mode? Is there new maps?
Yeah, it's like I feel like it's been dragged on too long. Just get to it already.
I think it's new maps and new weapons. Squid Research Lab.
Yeah, I think you might be a couple seconds ahead of me.
Everyone's favorite blue
No,
robot
I just
makes his
predict
triumphant
that
return
a demo's
in
gonna
Mega
be
Man
released.
11. Marking the 30th anniversary of the iconic
Yeah, I
series,
can't wait for Mega Man.
this brand new game is gunning for greatness on Nintendo
Did you play?
Switch.
Did you play the
Jump,
demo at all?
Slide.
I did not play the
and
demo
shoot
yet.
through each of the colorful, challenging
Heard
stages.
really good
and
things.
try to
I
take
might
down
just
a
wait.
gallery
Like
of
I
deadly
don't need the
bosses
demo.
like
I'm
the
gonna
formidable
buy this
Bounce
regardless.
Man.
Yeah,
In
exactly.
timeless fashion,
Like
you must defeat the 8 robot masters and get each of their special
my
weapons.
thoughts
The
and opinions on
technological
demos
miracle
is like
of the
it
new
ruins the
double gear
hype for
system
me.
makes for a fresh take
When
on the
I
series'
get a new
satisfying
game, I
platforming
want
action.
to experience
Move
it all
so
at
fast
once,
that
like
time slows
seeing
down
how
around
it happens, seeing how like everything
Temporarily enhance
unfolds.
your weapons
I feel like when I play
and
a
show 'em
demo,
who the real
it
boss
kind
is when
of
you need to most. Mega Man 11
makes it
also
less
supports the
exciting
Mega Man
when I go
amiibo
to actually
figures.
play the
You
game.
can tap one each day to receive E-tanks
And I got that
other useful
amiibo
in-game
collection,
items.
the
Mega Man
the
11 will
amiibo
be
edition
ready
of this
to
game,
rock
so I'm
October
pretty pumped
2nd.
about that too.
Nice. That looks sweet.
Mario Tennis Aces, further refined in new update. Some popular characters are joining the roster. The adorable all-around ace,
Planet.
Birdo,
Birdo.
the sharpshooting specialist, Shy Guy,
This is another game I need to get.
the proud high flyer,
This game, I
Koopa
played it like
Paratroopa,
a lot for like the first
and the
month it
big
was
boss,
out, and then
No
it's just
Racket,
like
Petey
it
Piranha.
gets stale. You know.
Boss,
Rebel
No
Gaming
Racket,
Club, what's
Petey
up?
Piranha. These Mushroom Kingdom greats can be acquired by playing online, and we'll keep adding more until next June.
games though. This
There will
game
even be a new
game's
mode
worth
called
it.
Co-op Challenge.
Yeah, like you can at least
It'll
get
let
10,
you
15 hours of
participate
fun
in
out of it.
online co-op missions
Yeah.
that are only available for a limited time. Complete the objectives while these missions are active, and you'll receive
I
special
want Odyssey
outfits,
DLC
characters with alternate
really
color
badly.
schemes.
Yeah, I really want
We'll
more
continue
stages.
serving up
Like
new
I've literally
content for the game in the
100%ed Super Mario Odyssey, so there's like
The
literally
version 2
nothing for
update
me to
for
do
Mario
except
Tennis
play that
Aces will be
balloon
available
thing and
September
unlock
19th.
certain costumes that they just recently released not too long ago.
You can
These
start all
arcade
over again.
classics
You
are
try to go
back
for
in action.
all 999
Back
again.
in the day, Capcom lit up the arcades with some classic
a
beat 'em
beat 'em
up
up
action
bundle?
games. And guess what? The good old days are back. Final Fight,
Nice.
The King of Dragons, Captain Commando,
Oh, I love that game.
Knights of the Round, and Warriors of Fate are making a comeback. And so are these first-time home console releases. Armored Warriors and Battle
Hey.
Circuit are joining the fight for a total of 7
this?
games. If you
Person
each
on
have
the
a Joy-Con
ostrich.
controller, up to 4 players can beat 'em up together. Aspiring Bash Buddies can even take the fight online this time.
Right, Nerdy and Squirty? Final
Pretty
fight.
soon, you'll be able to play with other
I'm ready
Capcom
for
fans
it.
from around the world.
Spider Monkey, what's up?
Because Capcom Beat 'em Up Bundle will be ready for action on Nintendo eShop September 18th. New Super Mario Bros. U is getting the deluxe
Super Mario
treatment,
Hill.
which means
Yep.
it's time to take down Bowser and
This
his
one I
Mario
knew was coming.
invasion in the tried and true side scroller headed to Nintendo Switch. Mario, Luigi, and Toad are all here.
I've actually
If that's
known
not
about this
enough,
for
Nabbit and Toadette are
almost
joining in the
a
fun
month.
as well. Nabbit doesn't take damage from enemies, which can really
The
come
name
in
is so
handy.
weird. Super
And if
Mario
Toadette
Brothers
powers up
U
with the
Deluxe.
Super Crown, ta-da! She
Yeah.
transforms into Peachette. Peachette can double jump,
What?
float slowly during free fall, and get a boost back up if she falls into a pit. Luigi's first starring role in a platforming adventure, New Super Luigi U, is getting the deluxe treatment too,
Stay
and
on.
comes free of charge.
Nice.
A single Joy-Con controller is all a player needs, and up to 4 players can join in
All right.
together.
Technically, it's not
anytime,
free of charge if they're
anywhere.
going to be charging $60 for it.
I like that logo
New
a
Super
lot.
Mario Bros. U Deluxe comes down the pipe January 11th.
With that Joy-Con on the end, I thought it said
Nintendo
deluxe.
Switch is ready to
Oh,
roll.
get out of here. Are we getting a
you?
Katamari? Yo, I love Katamari.
No, it always looked
It can
cool.
only
though.
be Katamari Damacy, remastered in HD.
Nice.
That naughty king of all cosmos has made a mess.
I would've
as he
liked the
does,
new one,
and
but-
now you better take control of the prince here.
I don't even think I
and
have
roll. Just
Damacy. I
roll
think
and
I
roll.
have
all over the
um,
place and all over stuff
I have a different one.
until the
Maybe I do
gradually
have
growing
Damacy.
mass towers
Is it a
over
Wii U
buildings.
game or a Wii game?
The clock,
No, this was
or
actually
Katamari you roll,
on,
will
like,
shine on as a beautiful
PS3
star in the sky.
And 360, I think.
On Nintendo Switch, you can enjoy the game's new gyro controls
How much would you pay for this game? Like,
and even multiplayer battles by each using a Joy-Con controller.
I don't know. It might
Roll
be a
till you
full
reach the
price
stars
game.
anytime,
but,
anywhere.
Uh,
Katamari Damacy Reroll will launch
it'll probably be
winter
around like 40 bucks,
2018.
to be honest with you. I can't see that being
Next,
released at
we have some more news for you.
60. Sick of the
We've announced some details
remasters.
about Nintendo's new service called Nintendo Switch Online, including the launch date. You won't have to wait long.
Come on.
The service will begin.
Remasters aren't that bad.
We prepared a video to show you what's offered with your Nintendo Switch Online membership. So please take a look.
More games, more features, more fun. Nintendo Switch Online.
Alright, so here, we'll probably get some details. Finally.
Allow us to introduce 5 features included with your membership. Of course, you can play compatible games together online, even when you're far apart.
So,
Compete against players the world over. Or team up
Well,
for
what
some great
online
co-op
play is
action.
Nintendo.
There are so many ways to have fun. A variety of games are supported. So find your favorites and take them online.
Tetsumo, the game Broforce is amazing. Also, Retro Gaming Arts,
You can even
it
play
has been
classic
online
NES
for a while,
games
but they're
anytime,
implementing
anywhere
a
on
paid
Nintendo
service now.
Switch. Get lost in the gameplay, whether you're the boss or the little monster. For multiplayer games,
I just
each
saw
player
Ghouls
can
and
grab
Ghosts,
a
so-
Joy-Con controller.
Yeah, was that not
Both of
was
you
that
can
not
share in
announced
the
yet?
fun.
I don't know.
NES games can also be played
I actually
online.
like how it's like
As they
display.
say, playing together long distance makes the heart grow fonder. Look forward to a growing library of NES games. Luigi knows that no matter how careful you try to be, something unexpected can happen. Accidents can cause your precious save data to disappear.
This is bound to get
But
some
help is on the way.
reaction.
With Nintendo Switch Online, game save data is automatically backed up in the cloud. Even if your console breaks, your save data will be safe from harm.
Through this
Nintendo
online
Switch
thing pretty
Online
quickly.
Also connects with the smartphone app. With this app, you can voice chat with friends while
Right,
playing
Nerdy and
certain
Squirty?
games.
Gotta watch Rax while you poop.
Backseat players can also join in the conversation. That way, everyone's having fun.
So
The
did it just
service
say we have
even
like
has the
a
ability
party
to enhance certain
function
games by
essentially?
connecting with them, like Splatnet 2. Members will also receive special offers.
Special offers.
What are they? We'll have more to announce in the future. More games, more
Awesome,
features,
Dan.
more fun. Nintendo Switch Online. The service begins September 18th.
Wait, that's
Think about which plan is right for you.
that's next week.
If your family has 2 or more accounts, you can save some money with the family membership.
How's it look? Well, we have one more thing we'd like to introduce. This Nintendo Entertainment System style controller works with NES games on Nintendo Switch.
Whoa,
This
whoa,
one
whoa.
here is the left NES controller, and this is the right NES controller.
What?
We created them so you can play NES games
New wireless
like the
controllers,
ones you saw in
I
the
guess.
video, just like old school gamers did back in the day.
And
Please
they're
enjoy
themed
the
as like the
Nintendo
actual
Entertainment
NES
System.
controller.
Nintendo
Oh, look how
Switch
cool that
Online.
is! Oh, you can charge it like that.
These controllers wirelessly connect with Nintendo Switch,
$50 for 2.
and you can charge them by simply attaching them to the console.
Those are gonna be
Oh, snap.
impossible to get.
We hope you'll enjoy using these controllers to play this growing library of classic
Impossible.
NES games.
Available for
For more
pre-purchase
details
starting on
about Nintendo
9/18.
Switch Online, please check the official Nintendo website. Now, let's get back to some more Nintendo Switch games.
Your partner Pokemon
Alright,
is
I wanna see some
amazing.
more on this.
Get ready to set off on a Kanto region adventure with your very own partner Pokemon in Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. Today, we want to share a couple things that you and your partner can enjoy in the upcoming game. During your adventure, you'll occasionally come across obstacles blocking your path. When you do, you can rely on a secret technique to get past them.
No
Secret
way.
techniques are special skills that only your partner Pikachu or Eevee can use in the wild.
Surf.
Use them to chop down trees that stand in your way, travel across water,
That's what's up.
or soar into the sky. Furthermore, only your partner Pikachu or Eevee can learn certain powerful moves for use in battle. Plus, if you pet your partner while your Nintendo Switch is in handheld mode, you can change your partner's hairstyle, depending on how you use the touchscreen to pet it. Pokemon Let's Go
Get outta
Pikachu
here.
and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee will launch on
Change
November
their
16th,
hairstyle?
alongside the Pokeball Plus accessory.
I don't know how I feel
Also,
about that.
Look for 2 new bundles that will include a Nintendo
All right, so this
Switch
bundle
system
irritates
with Pikachu
the
and
hell
Eevee
out of
style
me. Okay, so
Joy-Con
I wish they would have
controllers.
done a.
One of these
If
two
they're doing
Pokemon
2 different bundles,
adventures
why not go ahead and put
the Pokeball Plus
yellow
accessory.
Joy-Cons on one of them and the brown Joy-Cons on the other one? Like, why did they do this?
The
After
gates
whoa,
to the
what is
Burning
this?
Hells will open on
Diablo,
Nintendo
right?
Switch.
Oh,
Of
Diablo.
course, we're
Alright.
talking about Diablo 3.
Yeah, you're like a couple
the
of
dark
seconds ahead of
fantasy
me, so
adventure that
you're seeing
may
everything
just consume
before I
your
even get
life,
to it.
both inside and outside the game world.
Watch out for any big
From
surprises.
the high heavens to the burning hells. We'll explore the full
the
story
Pokemon
and the deadly world
special
of
edition's
Sanctuary.
a little basic.
For loot-filled
Like,
bounties and rifts to
from the
randomized
dock,
dungeons,
doesn't look that
even
great.
greater
I don't know.
spoils. Play as a demon hunter, barbarian, crusader.
I guess we'll just go over like thoughts and
necromancer,
opinions after
witch
the direct.
doctor,
I don't want to talk
monk,
through too much
or
of the
wizard,
dialogue that they have
with
going
up to
on.
3 friends online, offline via local co-op, or on a single console couch co-op style. You can even suit up in this Nintendo Switch exclusive transmog armor fit for the King of Evil, Ganondorf. All amiibo figures are compatible, allowing
that's
you
cool.
to summon a group of
Should I play
challenging
it?
enemies overflowing with sparkling goodies. Diablo 3 Eternal Collection invades Nintendo Switch on November 2nd.
Alright.
We're making this party super. We've souped up the Mario Party
actually
series
pretty
with
pumped
new
about Super
types of
Mario
gameplay
Party.
on Nintendo Switch. Shake the Joy-Con controller and get your body grooving in Soundstage. Or dive into the series' first 4-player co-op mode, River Survival. Bet you've never played anything like Toad's Rec Room,
Great,
which cleverly
online
connects
capability.
2 systems. Of course, the 4-player board game mode that fans love is back and full of new features. By rolling character-specific dice blocks with alternate numberings, you can make a game-changing comeback.
You got a star.
Every last minigame is brand new, all 80 of them. For a party of 1, check out the new single-player modes. You could play through a series of minigames to complete specific tasks on Challenge Road. Compete against players around the world in the online Mariothon minigame mode, and more.
Alright, cool. You must
The
be pretty
festivities
far ahead of
begin
me.
when Super Mario Party launches
Turbo.
October 5th.
where are you right now? What are you
I
seeing
just
right
got
now?
to the end of Super Mario Party.
A new story in a village with a secret to hide.
Now I'm in.
Game Freak presents a brand
Town.
new RPG. The story is set
Pause
in a
for,
small
like,
village. Under the
5
protection of a great castle, the settlement enjoyed lasting peace. That is, until the sudden appearance of monsters. Indeed, the entire story takes place in this one single village.
This looks
Take
pretty
up
good.
arms against invading monsters and strategically select from a variety of battle commands. When the situation calls for it, enlist the aid of fellow villagers to surmount powerful threats. What secret does the village harbor? Find out when Town releases in 2019.
Looks like it's gonna be pretty straight. Christopher Ball, what's
Develop
up? What's
a
up?
city anytime, anywhere.
Yeah,
the
I don't
critically
care about.
acclaimed city-building game
city
City
building
Skylines is coming to Nintendo Switch, which means there's a city in need
I used to
of a new
love
mayor.
SimCity back in the
You.
day, but
Yeah.
And you've got some real moving and shaking to do if you want to improve quality of life, energize businesses, and stimulate growth. Whether you're investing in roads and power lines, public facilities, or transportation services.
This actually does pretty.
How the city
look pretty
develops is
straight.
totally up to you. You're kind of a big deal. But in this game, sometimes it's the small details that stand out most. You can watch over every single citizen's movements. What's more, both previously released downloadable content packs After Dark and Snowfall are included in the Nintendo Switch version. Flex your mayoral might at home or on the go when
There you
City
go.
Skylines launches today on Nintendo eShop. A tale of belief, blood, and steel.
Yeah.
The
I wanna
moon
see
has
some more on
fallen.
This.
Now,
This game looks
the
so
world
cool.
and its inhabitants are on the brink of extinction.
it does
in
look
Daemon Ex Machina.
pretty awesome.
As a mercenary, you'll pilot
Or
a
I'm
powered
convinced,
suit
but it looks
called
good.
an arsenal.
Yeah, I
face
just want like a
down
really
runaway
solid.
AI. As you defeat
mech
enemies during
game.
combat, you'll acquire their weapons and parts, which you can equip on the fly. If you haul acquired weapons back to the
Cool.
base, they're added to your personal armory for use in future missions. Each
Oh, that's
arsenal
sick.
can be equipped with multiple weapons. By changing between projectile and melee attacks, you can adapt your weaponry to the situation at hand and gain the advantage for your side of the war. At any time during battle, you can exit your arsenal to explore the field on foot. You can make enhancements to strengthen your human form, and your arsenal's abilities will be augmented as well. Up to 4 players can join forces in online co-op to take down massive bosses.
that game looks pretty.
Launches in
Yeah, that game looks really good. I like it's like almost like it almost looks cell shaded. I don't know if it actually is cell shaded, but it looks awesome.
In a world made of stuff like boxes and paper
I can't
cups,
wait for this game.
Yoshi will leap
Yoshi
up
is
high,
like
gobble enemies,
I
and
love
hustle
Yoshi's
on
story,
by.
Yoshi's
Many
Island,
unusual obstacles
Yoshi's
litter
Woolly
the
World.
landscape. A well-placed egg could open a new pathway.
Nice.
You could turn the stage on its head, or flip the perspective. Explore every nook and cranny to track down hidden collectibles and make it to the goal. Along the way... Wait, what? You can play the course backwards? Guess a change in outlook really can show you a whole different side of the world. The flip side. Know any would-be Yoshis? Then pass a Joy-Con controller to a friend.
So it's
There's plenty to love on all sides of this
It looks
crafty
so
world.
pretty.
yeah.
Right, Yoshi? Yoshi's Crafted
People are
World
talking about.
releases in spring 2019.
It almost looks like claymation, but
Tabletop gaming
I don't
is a
know.
perfect fit for Nintendo Switch.
Definitely
and to prove
unique.
it, Asmodee Digital, a leader in card and board games, is bringing full adaptations of best-selling tabletop games to the system.
I can never
Build
get
a
into
medieval world
tabletop
in a
gaming.
full
I don't know what it
adaptation
is.
of the award-winning Carcassonne, complete with 3D maps, solo mode, 4-player local multiplayer, and the game's famous expansions available as paid
Boring to
DLC.
me.
Yeah, I can't.
Whether
get
you
into
play
it.
alone or alongside a second player, forge a powerful deck and a fellowship of 3 to face the forces of Sauron in each story-driven quest of The Lord of the Rings: The Living Card Game. Stop the spread of 4 diseases and cure them all on your own or in local 4-player multiplayer with Pandemic. Plus, it's individually priced DLC based on popular expansions. Thanks to Asmodee, this is just the beginning for tabletop gaming on Nintendo Switch. In addition to these titles, we can also confirm that even more is on the way, including one of the most popular board games ever,
Wow.
Catan, and a dungeon crawler based on Steve Jackson's iconic card game,
I
Munchkin.
know those games.
Stay tuned. All great creations, even nations, begin with a spark.
What is this?
The hell?
I don't know. Looks like it's gonna be some sort of. Oh, I remember this being announced. Civ 6.
So
Hold
2
the
new
empire
city
in the
builder
palm of
games
your
in
hand.
halves. It's pretty funny.
And turn
I mean, I feel like
friends
this one's
into
a little
Power
bit
Elite,
more in depth than a
exclusive
city
4-player
builder, you
local
know?
multiplayer. When Civilization 6 ushers in a new world on Nintendo Switch November
But I mean, people
16th.
wanted these things. Like, there's a lot of people that play PC that like
Don't
absolutely
get
love.
too cocky, Star Fox.
those style of
Playtime
games.
is over in Starlink. This interplanetary
Right, I wanna see
adventure
some
will
more
push
on this.
you and Fox McCloud to your limits.
Let's be honest here. You guys need all the help you can get.
They look
Peppy,
awesome.
Falco, and Slippy will provide much-needed backup in the new Nintendo Switch exclusive missions found only in Starlink Battle for Atlas.
Star Fox, form up on me. Falco here. I got you covered.
It's time to lock on, do a barrel roll, and save the Atlas star system, no matter who threatens to stop you.
Wolf. Hey.
Never thought I'd miss the food on Corneria.
Wow.
Mix and match parts on your own R-Wing when Starlink Battle for Atlas takes flight October 16th. 2 more great RPGs are coming
Through
to
this thing.
Nintendo Switch this fall. The World Ends With You Final Remix features an all-new story segment called A New Day, which contains a remixed map of Shibuya. So you'll really have to scramble
already
to
seen all
escape
of
the
this.
area or face erasure. New monsters will appear as well, and so will the Reaper, Coco. The World Ends With You Final Remix launches October 12th. Before then, guide a group of legendary warriors on a journey through the tragic history that doomed a kingdom and drove a hero down a dark path 500 years before the events of the Xenoblade Chronicles 2 game. Defend yourself from Malos and his forces using all the fury of this refined battle system.
I've tried to get into Xenoblade games so many times,
known
and
as
I just
blades, and their masters, the drivers.
I can't
Newcomers
stay
will have the
focused
perfect
enough
place
to
to
get
start
anywhere.
when Xenoblade Chronicles 2
it's
Tournament
not for
Golden
me.
Country launches September 21st.
Like, they're beautiful games.
Owners of the Xenoblade
and,
Chronicles 2
there's a
expansion
lot to
pass
do.
can download this new content tomorrow. That's
I think
a
that's
week
what
early.
it is. I think it's just like it overwhelms
There's
me.
tons in store on Nintendo Switch, and even more in store for the future. Join more than 38 million players for free-to-play co-op
Warframe.
Space Ninja action when
already knew about
Warframe
this.
launches November 20th.
Played that
Down
one.
to Camila
Definitely check it
Cabello,
out.
Bruno Mars, Cardi B, and more anytime, anywhere in Just Dance 2019 on October 23rd. FIFA 19 is fast approaching, and you can pre-purchase it on Nintendo eShop tomorrow, so you won't miss the ball when it launches September 28th. Speaking of fast, race as a team and win
I
as a
actually
team
really
in
want
Team
this
Sonic
game.
Racing, launching
Team
this
Sonic
winter.
Racing. I love Transform.
The highest-rated basketball simulation franchise is
I think it
back.
looks so basic,
NBA
but
2K19 is available
Yeah,
now
it
on
is,
Nintendo
but-
Switch. And get ready to jam in the sequel to the smash hit NBA arcade game, NBA 2K Playgrounds 2, coming this fall.
That actually looks like
Play
a lot
as the
of fun.
Joker, Harley, Lex
Playgrounds
Luthor,
too.
and the
Definitely.
rest of the best of the worst in the all-new LEGO DC Supervillains on October 16th.
these right now.
Final Fantasy comes to Nintendo Switch. Kupo!
Kupo.
15 years after its debut, the co-op action RPG Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles is being remastered for Nintendo Switch. With the new online multiplayer mode, you and your friends can connect and adventure together. No
I picked
link
this
cable
game up not
required.
too long ago on the GameCube.
On top of that,
I think it was
there
on
are
the
new
GameCube.
areas inside dungeons, so even returning fans can explore the unknown.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles Remastered Edition will launch in 2019. Way before then, players can experience the entire world and story of the
So
latest
funny. My
entry in
girlfriend's
the
like
core series.
really hyped for this.
That's right. Final Fantasy 15 Pocket Edition HD launches
Chibi
later
Final
today
Fantasy 15?
on Nintendo
Yeah,
eShop
Chibi Final
at an
Fantasy
introductory
15.
price. A leveled up version of World of Final
Wow.
Fantasy is also
There's
on the way.
all kinds of Final
This
Fantasy
title
games,
includes
huh?
a new feature called Avatar Change, which allows you to transform into legendary characters from across the series' storied history. Many fan favorites will show up in the world of Final Fantasy Maxima when it releases on November 6th. In addition, more Chocobo's Dungeon is on the way. 2007's Final Fantasy Fables Chocobo's Dungeon returns in superior fashion. Now, you can befriend all the monsters. Also,
I hope
by
they announce
sharing
some more
Joy-Con
like crazy
controllers,
stuff
you can
soon
play
because I'm getting
cooperatively
kind
as
of
well.
eh.
Chocobo's Mystery Dungeon.
They came, out
Everybody
they came out the gates
launches
with
this
the
winter.
Luigi's Mansion 3, and now I'm just
Final
like,
Fantasy
what else are we
12
getting?
is coming to a Nintendo system for the
No
first
games for
time.
this year,
Its
but
real-time
I think they're
battle
gonna do
system
one
is
more
a
thing
standout
that's
in the
gonna-
series, offering the
Yeah, they
ultimate
better end it
visual
out
freedom
like
and
something
strategy.
real strong.
This remaster comes loaded
Should
with
do
a
a
host of
quick
extra
Smash
features,
thing?
including a
Seems
speed
like
mode
that's
that
what
lets
they're
you pick
doing
up the
lately.
pace
It's
of
just
your
like
adventure.
these like
There's much to
surprise
discover in the
sandwiches is
expansive
what I'm
world
gonna
of
describe it
Evilverse.
as. It's like let's
And now you can
throw something
explore
really
from the
awesome
couch
at the
or on
beginning,
go. Final Fantasy
fill up the
12,
middle, and then
Zodiac Age
throw something
launches
really
in
awesome at the
2019.
end.
Which reminds me, later on,
Hold the
Part seven.
freaking
you'll
phone.
also be able to enjoy these other classics and their iconic scenes anytime, anywhere.
Hold up.
Final Fantasy VII, 9,
What?
and 10.2 HD Remaster are coming to
Wait,
Nintendo Switch in
Nice.
2019.
I see 7 again.
Here's a bundle for the ultimate fan. If you love the Super Smash Bros. Series, check this thing out.
Okay.
This is
A
rumored.
hardware bundle for Super Smash
Really?
Bros. Ultimate is on the way.
I saw that already.
This specially designed dock features fighters from the original Super Smash Bros. game, And of course, the set also includes a download code for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. There's no better way to show your love for the game.
Why are the Joy-Cons not there?
Where are they? What do they look like?
And the set
All right, there we
also
go.
packs in something you'll want to get your hands on. These Joy-Con controllers sport a new design as well.
What?
This Super Smash Bros. Ultimate bundle for
Little
Nintendo
line
Switch will
of white.
launch November 2nd.
Eh.
You can pre-order the special bundle later today. November 2nd
this looks-
is also the day you can get your own
Yeah,
GameCube
Pokemon one,
controller adapter and
See,
GameCube
this
controller
would have been the
Super Smash
perfect
Bros.
opportunity for
Ultimate
them to come
Edition
out
while
with
supplies last.
like a Joy-Con
That's all the headlines for Nintendo Switch.
that would simulate a GameCube controller. You know what I'm saying?
Still going well? Thank you all for watching. We have a bit more to show you. So, please stick around until the very end.
Oh yeah?
Holy shit.
Get out of here. Is this like a full-fledged Animal Crossing?
Graphics are really smooth. They're screaming right now.
What's that?
All over the place right now. They really wanted this game.
Yeah.
Oh, unless she's going into Smash.
Right?
Smash Bros.
You have a letter.
Wonder what this is.
They want me in Smash?
Uh,
Yeah, it's after I've already gotten Simon and Richter, like I don't know if I can get any more hype over any characters. And I'm not like the biggest Animal Crossing guy.
the Animal Crossing people right now are so disappointed.
Why?
Animal Crossing game.
What's that?
Probably thought it was a brand new Animal Crossing.
Yeah, they probably were. Oh, wait. Not actual gameplay footage. I think they're following it up with an Animal Crossing.
I think you're right.
Hmm. Yeah, this is definitely... Yep, there you go. Well, my
Weird
girlfriend's
little-
gonna be extremely excited.
That's such a weird trailer. Guys,
Well,
I've
I'm
looked up
sure.
on his
I'm
back.
sure they heard everybody, complaining that there wasn't a new Animal Crossing, so they probably just wanted to throw something out there. It clearly it said no, not actual gameplay footage. So maybe just
That's it.
getting hype going and keeping this. I feel like when sales start to kind of decline a little bit, they just got to throw something out there and be like, oh, don't forget we own this franchise. Here you go. Boom. All right.
So
well, I
fir-
guess it's
first-
over with.
Oh, it's over. So first impression, right? Where would you rate this? Before we talk about it, where would you rate it 1 to 10? 10 being the best.
I'd probably give it a... I was super hyped for Luigi's Mansion, so if I had to give it a rating, I'd probably give it a, 7.5, somewhere around there, because it was okay, but it wasn't anything that like knocked my socks off. You know what I'm saying? It was good, but it wasn't anything that really made me scream with excitement other than the Luigi's Mansion thing. So
You screamed. You definitely screamed for that one.
oh, dude, I got hyped, man. I love Luigi's Mansion, and when I remember specifically saying like, I think I was on the Spawncast when that was going down. They were talking about the Luigi's Mansion on 3DS or whatever, and I was like, man, this seems like they're trying to lead up to a new Luigi's Mansion. So, man, that's insane.
I think I'm right there with you. I think about a 7, 8. You know, maybe I'll give it an 8. You know, if you compare it to like E3, this thing like blew it out of the water.
Yeah, I think my favorite parts were obviously Luigi's Mansion. It's cool that those Final Fantasy games are coming to the Switch, because I like Final Fantasy VII is one of my favorite games of all time. It was like one game that really stuck with me throughout my entire like lifetime of gaming. Like that was one game that I got and I never stopped loving it. Like it was just so good. The other things that I was really excited about, I saw some Starlink gameplay, which I wasn't too excited about prior to seeing some of that gameplay footage, and I've kind of, kept away from the gameplay footage that has been out there just because I'm just like, whatever. It's not a Star Fox game. It's just got Star Fox in it. And I really want a new Star Fox game, but the game does look really good. It looks like what Star Fox would be if it were to come out now. I mean, I really don't see too many differences between that and Star Fox, but I am kind of keeping myself at bay just because I feel like if I get too hyped on that, I'm going to get the game, realize it's not a Star Fox game, and then I'll be like, well, this game's not what
Well,
I
it kind
thought
of
was,
is.
you know
It
what I
kind
mean?
of is a Star Fox game. Like,
Yeah.
you could play Star Fox the whole story, right? We saw Star Wolf, I'm sure. And then just like little seasonings of Star Fox in there, I hope it's like Star Fox game.
Yeah. So let's see what everybody in the chat thought. Everybody in the chat, what did you guys think about this Nintendo Direct? What were your favorite parts? What are you most excited about? Did you care anything about the 3DS stuff? Did you care anything about any of the announcements? Let me know what you guys think in the chat. What was your favorite part, Turbo Jesse?
Oh, my favorite part. I mean, I got the most hype for Luigi's Mansion, but it was good to see Yoshi in there.
Yeah, totally. Like out of all that stuff, they did announce a lot of stuff. So like, I totally forgot in this short period of time. I totally forgot about the Yoshi stuff that I just saw. So,
it's interesting. They didn't really announce too many new things for this year, but they kind of set up the beginning of next year.
Yeah. Was did they give Yoshi a date? I wasn't really paying attention to
2019.
closely. 2019 still.
So 2019, so far we're getting Fire Emblem and Animal Crossing. The new, very surprising, the new Mario game. January 11th, I believe.
I think you're cutting in and out.
In and out.
Yeah, but what were you saying about the new Mario game? Are you talking about Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe?
Yeah. Coming out January 11th.
Wow. January's getting kind of packed, huh?
It is. Well, the end of the year is packed too.
Huh. Yeah, it really is, man. We got a lot of really good stuff coming out, and I'm pretty excited. What's like your number one game for this fall? What is like the number one thing that you're most excited about?
And it's probably Red Dead Redemption 2, man. That game looks insane.
What was it, Red Dead 2?
Yeah, Red Dead 2.
Yeah, I cannot, dude. I'm like so I'm like trying to stay away from gameplay, trying to like, because that's one game that I want to like be wowed when I see it, when I play it, when I get to experience that. It's definitely something that I just want to right out of the gate just start going and just get enveloped in the storyline and everything like that, because it's one of those games where you can just play for a long time. It's almost like a GTA or something like that, you know what I mean? And it seems like they're adding, how many hours did you say?
I think like you could probably play that game for like 50 hours. I'm not sure how long the actual story is going to be, but
yeah,
there's going to be so much to do in that game. It's going to be like, I think it's going to be endless. And then with the online, I'm sure there's going to be a robust online.
Probably. Did they say anything else about the battle royale mode? Like, I know that they were talking about some sort of like battle royale stuff.
They haven't spoken about online at all.
No?
That was just a rumor. I kind of hope. I don't know. I guess it would be okay if it's in there. I mean, but
let's see. Let's go over like a little recap.
so it's Luigi's Mansion looked great. Yoshi online stuff. They didn't really tell us too much new. Like 7, which is crazy.
Wow, like tried to go to Nintendo.com and it's just not going to Nintendo.com.
Nintendo.
Yeah. Let me get an actual link to that real fast, and then we'll go over and see what else we might have missed. But other than that, what Abaddon, what is up, man? Abaddon, if you are if you're free and you want to hop in the Discord and talk about this direct, definitely come hop in. I'll open it up for you.
I don't know. I need to watch that direct again. I feel like they were just hitting us with like trailer after trailer after trailer. It was like almost overload at some point.
You wanna run through it again?
Put it on. Yeah, when I go to Nintendo, it says no video available. Also.
Yeah, same. Whatever. Let's go to the. I'm gonna try and pull up the website so we can get a list of everything. So Nintendo Direct.
Funny when you get so hype on a game, like the trailers that come after it are just like you don't even like can think about. You can't remember them at all.
Yeah, I feel like every time I watch these directs, like I just completely forget everything. It's like almost immediately after I get done watching them.
I just can't believe like how good this direct was compared to like E3. Like I left E3 feeling so disappointed.
Yeah.
I mean, like I'm not a huge Smash Brothers guy, so that direct like.
Oh, it's just in terms of like Nintendo stuff.
Just the Nintendo Direct. Like there weren't many huge announcements. This one, at least there was a few surprises, a few some more information on some other games. I'm surprised they didn't mention Bayonetta at all.
All right, so
there's a lot of buzz on the internet about that.
Yeah, Abaddon, I opened up the Discord chat for you, so you can hop in here. All right, so do you want to just watch the video again, or do you want to just go over the items that are on the list here?
What up? What up?
Abaddon, what
is up?
Wow, that's all I gotta say. Yeah, go back to my little guy. Go back to Bobby. What's going on?
Games, what's up?
At first they kicked it off with a surprise.
And then, I would say that was a little bit of a surprise. just a little bit.
Then it got a little boring at some point. And then Final Fantasy. I wasn't expecting that.
So Pint of Milk says that was crap. Pint of Milk, what did you dislike about the direct?
There's like 6 new Final Fantasy games coming.
Oh, he said crazy, stupid autocorrect.
I never in 1,000 years would I have expected 7 to come to the Switch.
Yeah, I totally did not see Final Fantasy 7 come to the Switch. I thought that was gonna like always be on some sort of PlayStation device.
Exactly.
I didn't think that was ever going to come to the Switch at all. Matter of fact, if we're gonna go over all this, do you guys want to just hop on a Google Hangout?
We can. Yeah, I'll say my thoughts for that then. We can.
All right. Do you want to do that now or?
We can. I just let you know. I still have kids up. I have to go feed the kids.
All right, so let's just stick with this format. So like that way you don't have to worry about your kids and everything like that. So
all right, cool.
Right out of the gate, what are your like first impressions on Luigi's Mansion? What do you think? Do you think that it's going to follow the same formula? Do you think that they're going to branch out and do new things? Do you think that they're going to incorporate multiplayer just like they were talking about with the 3DS? What are your thoughts and opinions on that whole announcement?
Well, the Luigi's Mansion 3 announcement, I think it's too soon to say too much about anything, but what I do think they're going to probably change up a few things, mainly looking at the Luigi's Mansion 3DS announcement. They added a 2-player co-op to that, which actually surprised me. I wasn't expecting that.
I was definitely surprised by that too. And it was also download play. Like, you don't, like, the other person doesn't even have to buy the game. Like, if you are a fan of this game, you have your friend over, they might not have experienced this game before. You can literally just be like, hey, try this game with me. You know, you might like it.
Exactly.
Et cetera, et cetera.
Exactly. And to me, look at it from that standpoint, I feel better about it being on the 3DS right now.
You know what I didn't notice, though? Not to cut you off.
Final Fantasy 8 wasn't announced with that announcement?
No, I wasn't talking about Final Fantasy at all. I was still on Luigi's Mansion. So when I was watching the replay of this trailer right now, why can't I get it to pop up? I don't know. When I was just watching the replay of the Luigi's Mansion trailer, when it says Luigi's Mansion 3 on the logo, right at the bottom it says working title. So it doesn't even look like they will like continue with that Luigi's Mansion 3 title. Do you see that where it says Luigi's Mansion working title?
They'll probably call it Luigi's Mansion 3 and probably add like a subtext to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see where it says that, but that's 2019. It's like
I think
2000. Go ahead, Jesse.
I think it's deep 2019 too. I think this game's coming out in like a year from now, like around that October time.
Yeah, if that game doesn't come out in October, like I would be confused. You know what I mean?
It makes sense for that game to come out in October. But looking at 2019 overall, I would say it's going to be a heavy year. The sour point of the entire presentation was the online announcement. I feel like they just announced everything they had on their website, which to me was a waste of time.
Very true.
It was a waste of time to announce that. There was nothing new they announced. The only thing that I noticed was with the Nintendo Switch Online app, there was no cords connected to your Switch and everything else. It's like it just said voice chat was through your phone. And if that's the case, if voice chat is going to operate like that, then I could say the app has some purpose to it because you have a trusted service that can actually pair with your video games, and it works just like Discord at that point.
Yeah. So
especially if you're on the go.
Captain Retro asks, any Metroid news?
No.
Unfortunately not. That was one of the things that me and Jesse were really hoping to see, some sort of Metroid news, but there was literally nothing.
Well, there is some Metroid news, but you may not. It's not the one you want. Not the Metroid news you want. Not the Metroid news you want. The Metroid news that I saw was that's one of the games they will have for the online service. That's it. Not the news you want, but you can play the original Metroid retro with friends online.
You're talking about he's talking about Metroid 4.
Yeah, I know. Not the Metroid you want, but
yeah, you threw me off with that one. I was just like, what is he talking about? I was like, I see not one stitch of Metroid 4 in there at all.
Yeah, not the Metroid
it's weird that they haven't shown like anything at all, though. You know what I mean?
There's still Game Awards. What I was saying at the end of my stream was we're still in September, mid-September at that. Yeah, so there's still a lot they could show at the rest of the year. They could show stuff in November. They could show stuff at Game Awards. There's a lot they could show off. So these things probably still have King said they were probably working out for possible titles for next year, but there's a lot coming out for 2019 altogether. So I'm wondering where Metroid and Bayo will even fit, because Bayo is another October game if you want to include that.
Would you say Bayo?
Bayonetta.
Man, you got to stop at these
I'm
shortened versions of stuff. I'm like, what are you talking? Beowulf? What is that? This is something I haven't even heard about. Beowulf's coming to the Switch? Get out of here.
My bad.
I think Metroid 4, I think we're going to get a trailer in the next direct, which will probably be in January.
That's possible.
And then E3 will just be like a blowout, and it'll come out like holiday next year.
That'd be good. Daemon X Machina, that I like I like what they showed about that, the online play. I wasn't expecting that. That was good.
Yeah, I'm actually really excited about the game. I haven't played a good mech game in a very long time.
Very long time, yeah.
It's like I've tried the new Gundam games, and I just haven't. Well, I haven't tried the Gundam Breaker games. I haven't tried those at all. But the new, I forgot what they were called. It was Gundam. It's irrelevant anyway. But some of the Gundam games that just came out prior to Gundam Breaker, they were just like very lackluster. Like even though they had some online features, they had really nice graphics, it was just lacking in content. So this one looks like a little bit more action packed. It looks like a little bit more of a story. I feel like the Gundam games didn't do well with their storylines, even though Gundam is awesome. They just lacked substance in my opinion. Going through this list of things, like there's actually some good stuff announced. You know what I mean? Like Super Mario Brothers U. A lot of the people that have Switches now never got to play Super Mario Brothers and Super Mario Luigi U. So I think that's awesome that's getting ported. Even though
I never had a Wii U. I'm excited for that one.
Yeah, exactly. So like I know that people are like, oh, remasters, not remasters, like just ports. I'm sick of the ports. I get it. Like the reason why these people port these games is because they put all this money into the development of them. They probably didn't have people buying this console, or there's just so many different factors of why you could port a game or why you should port a game. If you don't want to port, they're like, by all means, play it on the console that you already have and shut up. Like, it is what it is. Don't cry about ports. These are for people that did not play these on other consoles. It's not to
exactly.
It's not to be like, oh hey, we know that you bought this on this other console. We're gonna sell it to you again. Like, it's filler. It's literally filler for people that didn't get to experience this, that didn't have a Wii U. I personally have a Wii U, so I probably won't buy it because that's the option that I have. Like, if I don't want it, don't have to buy it.
The people forget how many units the Wii U actually sold. It was a very, very poor success for Nintendo. So it's like porting over a lot of these games is actually an asset for them. And every port so far has done better on the Switch than it did on the Wii U. Every last port is doing better on the Switch than it did on the Wii U. So they're not losing money. So it's like, if it's working for them from a business sense, I don't see the problem.
Yeah, like that money's just, all that money is going to go into developing more games. You know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
They just want to, they want the success of the Switch to continue. The only way that you can get that to continue is if you keep giving people more content. The people that bought a Switch didn't necessarily buy a Wii U. Exactly. I'm not really concerned about the ports so much. I do want to address one of the questions that Captain Retro asked. He says, is Daemon the same as Demon? Retro, elaborate on that question a little bit for me in the chat so we can probably answer that for you. I don't know what you're referring to there.
I think it's the pronunciation of Daemon Macchiano or whatever that game is.
I don't know. But yeah, like also the Katamari the Damacy, like a lot of these things, this is such a carousel conversation. I feel like we keep going in circles. With the ports, I personally am excited about Katamari Damacy coming to the Switch just because I feel like it's such a good game that you could take with you on the go. People, I think, forget that the Switch has an extra factor to it, and that is the portability aspect of the console. Like Super Mario Brothers U, the Katamari game, these, the port, even the retro ports, like this Capcom beat 'em up bundle that we have that's coming out. Like, these are games that are going to be great to take on the go. Like, I personally haven't been taking my Switch out on the go so much, but recently I have, and at my new job, I'm actually able to hang out and play some video games, and it's actually coming in handy, that I can actually be able to take this with me and play some of the games that I actually love. And it's bite-sized gaming is what I like to call it. Is like these games are things that you can play in short periods of time, short bursts, and pick it up, put it down, pick it up, put it down, and it's still fun. Like you don't have to play like an entire experience in handheld mode. Like a lot of these games like Super Mario Odyssey and stuff like that, I personally like to play on my TV just because I like to have that experience where I'm playing a console game. But now that I've beat it, I just if I want to pick it up and go, I can just pick it up and go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Pick it up and go. Totally.
Yeah. But
you hype about a new Animal Crossing?
Not really an Animal Crossing fan. Actually, I called the troll. When it was happening, I said on the show, I said, yo, this would be hilarious if they're trolling you guys for a new Smash character.
I feel like that's their new thing. It's like I feel like people are gonna get hip to the fact that Nintendo is like throwing these trolls at the end of their Switch, the end of their Switch, at the end of the Direct. Like every Direct, like I was saying before, we have this surprise sandwich. At the beginning, we get this super awesome surprise. At the end, we get this really super awesome surprise. I'm getting a little bit of an echo from somebody.
It's probably me. My headphones are up. Let me turn down my volume.
Turn your volume down, stupid.
An interesting point is Nintendo's starting this trend of announcing new games without titles, right? They did it with Yoshi. They did it with Kirby, I think. Now Animal Crossing, Metroid, Luigi's Mansion. Like they can't even think of these names for these games before they're like midway through development. It's so weird.
I think it's like when. Well, you're talking about when they actually like reveal it as just the game by itself.
This one's called Animal Crossing or Luigi's Mansion, just the Luigi's Mansion 3 working title. All these games are gonna have subtitles.
Well, yeah. But here's the thing: what I feel about that, and just titling your work is an art by itself, and it's something that it's like you really don't know until you're like 90% done. Or really close to completion to what you're building or whatever you're creating. And that's just from my perspective, from things I've created, it's like, I title my stuff better when it's done. When you title it beforehand, then you create an expectation beforehand. And sometimes it's hard to stay in that route. It kind of stifles creativity at that point. So I think Nintendo is letting themselves be as creative as they can possible. And then when they reach the end, they title it from there. That's just my hunch.
They probably have a few titles they're thinking about, and then they come up with
sure.
One thing I want to ask you guys: are either of you guys going to pick up these new Nintendo Entertainment System controllers?
No.
You're not going to pick it up?
$60?
It's $60 for two, though, isn't it?
Yeah, $60 for two.
It's $30 a controller. I mean, it's not a big deal to me. Like I'm sure that they will eventually, if not right at launch, come to their senses and release them individually. Like $30 for a controller.
Yeah, and for me, it's just at the point that I'm at right now, like spending that much on a controller is the price of a full game for me at this point. So I gotta portion my money a little bit better down the line. Down the line maybe, but for controllers, as for myself, I probably wouldn't use as of yet for the practicality of it. It has a nice look to it. And if I had more of a retro based channel and a retro theme around myself, I would definitely invest in it. But for me, it's not the best financial investment.
I know what I'm going to do. I know the day or the week after all these NES games are come out, I'm probably going to play them all on one stream, like play each one for a few minutes and then never play them again. So I don't need controllers for that.
Just want to give a shout out to Kimarex Project in the chat. What's up, buddy?
What's going on, man?
Evan is working on an awesome piece of art for me, and I cannot wait till it's done.
I can't wait to see that finished product myself.
It looks really good. But another thing, man, I just lost my train of thought. The ADD is diabolical, man. I feel like a lot of the stuff that was announced in the Switch, like say for example, like I won't even say announced, it was just brought up. Did we really see anything new from Pokemon?
No.
Go? Like just okay, you talked about what is it, TMs?
HMs, the TMs and the HMs. I'm like, that's not. I said it in my stream too. I'm like, this isn't new stuff. We know this already.
Yeah, it's just like, they might as well have just came out and been like, hey, in the new Pokemon Go, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee, you use Pokeballs to catch your Pokemon next. I'm like, what? Why was that even brought up? Like, I feel like that was just filler.
I don't think that hyped anybody up, right?
Yeah,
like
I don't feel like it was anything new. I don't feel like it was. I mean, maybe they're trying to like talk about some similarities between the core games and what this game has to offer, because maybe it'll try and like link the people that look for these elements of the core game being in this game. Like, maybe they're just trying to I don't know, make it seem like it's a little bit more than just a expanded Pokemon Go experience. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's kind of what it is. You know, we're gonna get its own direct probably a few weeks before the game comes out.
Yeah, probably. Actually, I don't know if it'll get its own direct, but I'm sure that they'll go in through some like in-depth trailer or something they'll drop on Twitter or something like that.
Yeah. There'll be like a 10-minute trailer or something. Yeah, it'll just be a drops kind of thing. But
Timurick says, still my only hype, Damon X Machina, Mega Man 11, Mario Party, still meh otherwise. I can see that. I feel like everybody, when it comes to these directs, like everybody has such a different opinion of what they got, because some things really appeal to some gamers and then some things really appeal to the other side of the gamers. You know what I mean? So like when it comes to this direct, the most excited I got for anything was clearly Luigi's Mansion 3, which is until next year. But you know, obviously I'm excited about Mega Man 11, the Capcom beat 'em up bundle. I am excited for the new Super Mario Bros. Just because I feel like that's something that I personally will take with me on the go. Even though I own it on the Wii U, I'm still going to get it on the Switch just because I want to take that with me on the go.
If you're a Nintendo fan, like a true Nintendo fan, it's hard for you to walk away from that direct and not be happy. You got two brand new games you didn't know about in Luigi and Animal Crossing. Granted, they might not be for you, but
two brand new games that people were highly requesting. Let's just throw that out there too.
Yes,
like
exactly.
Those were games that were people really wanted a sequel to Luigi's Mansion, and people really wanted an Animal Crossing. So
they put those two things in there well, and those were the unexpected ones they put in there. It's like everyone was thinking maybe Metroid and Bayonetta, and it's like you got Luigi's Mansion and Animal Crossing. So I think they went a different route, which I feel as though will definitely help them for the year 2019. 2018, I could say it's safe to say they're pretty much done with big releases other than Pokemon and Smash.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
You know, I think, you know, Pokemon and Smash themselves, seeing how both of these games have confirmed bundle packs, that's big. I think that's the one thing about the direct that we're I don't want to overlook. Those games have bundle packs now, and also including that Warframe and Diablo come out in November. So it's like this direct was actually pretty solid for the year 2018 and 19 when you really look at it from a broad perspective.
Oh, I feel like the Switch was. I mean, I don't know what is wrong with me. I cannot talk about. I keep calling it the Switch. By the way, anybody that's tuning in right now and doesn't have a clue who I'm talking to, one of my guests on here right now is Avedon Smith from the Avedon Smith YouTube channel. Make sure to check him out. Avedon, post your link in the chat. Also, the other guest that we have, just shut up. Just post your stinking link. Also, the other person that is on here is Turbo Jesse, a newer YouTuber. Make sure you go check out Turbo Jesse. He's got a really awesome personality. He's like a good-looking Casey Neistat. We established that on a podcast. I'm just kidding. I was just busting your balls. But yeah, check out Turbo Jesse. He's an awesome dude. Speaking of Diablo, what do you guys think about Diablo? Are you excited about it? Do you not care? Do you think that the new Nintendo content is something to, you know, shell the money out for this, or is it just a pass for you guys?
I mean, personally, I've passed this game. Like, I've never been interested in any of the Diablos, and I'm not really that interested right now. I don't think the graphics look that great. It just doesn't appeal to me. But I probably will pick this game up in like a year from now when it's like $20 or like on sale for $15 and try to see what all the hype's about. But nothing about it like nothing like pulls me to it. You know, like the graphics don't look amazing. The gameplay looks fun, but like not amazing.
Now, I want to know if they put any word out that you know, say for example, for the people that have been playing Diablo, are we going to be able to link our accounts and get all that information that we've already leveled up certain characters with, or are we just going to have to start all over fresh with this game? I haven't like heard anything from like Blizzard or Nintendo on how that's going to work. Maybe I've missed some news, but
for me, I'm not sure about how that's going to work.
Yeah.
I'm kind of on the same page with Jesse with this. Diablo was never one of my games, and personally, I feel as though this is a game that I should probably wait for myself. If anything, I'm more interested in Warframe, so that's going to be a free download, and it's coming out the same month. And both games are heavy in based in multiplayer format. So I'm interested in seeing how they're going to implement that and how these servers are going to be. You know, again, this points back to the Nintendo Switch Online service, which, by the way, the Final Fight Online, I couldn't believe that.
Oh, they said that it was going to have online capability?
Yeah, all those games, they're gonna have online capabilities.
Oh, that's sick. So I did want to, like, Kimerex brings up a good point. Like, the visual downscale for people that were, you know, PC, you know, predominantly playing Diablo 3 on PC. Maybe they so happen to want to grab Diablo on the Switch. Their visuals are going to be downscaled a little bit from what the PC has to offer. But in terms of people that are coming from, like, say, playing this game on PS4, 360 or whatever, I don't think that they're going to notice it too much, just because I don't feel like Diablo is one of those games that, it's really reliant on the graphics as so much as, like, the grinding and the dungeons and everything like that. I don't know, obviously, Evans, brought it up that he personally is looking at those aspects of the game, so it definitely is gonna affect some people, because it's clearly Evan is clearly affected by this, by saying, like, he's not fond of the graphics. So I don't know how that one's gonna roll over with Diablo fans.
Pretty surprised they didn't do speak more about the new Mario Party game. I thought we were gonna get like an in-depth, like 6 or 7 minutes on it.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised, but I mean, they did 2 big announcements and they kind of had a lot of stuff that they put in here. I feel like they probably could have did away with a couple of these things. Well, actually, looking over the list, I mean, I feel like all of this stuff was pretty. I don't know. It's pretty, like, I wouldn't say like huge announcements, but a lot of the stuff that's in here kind of made it compact to the point where they couldn't really put too much information out there unless they had made this like a 1 hour long ordeal, which they try to stick to their 30-minute presentations.
I think it's actually really smart what they did. Like, just looking over these announcements, like, there's something for everybody, like, I think it's impossible for somebody to like walk away from this saying like, oh, I'm not interested in anything they showed us today.
What's that?
I said I think it's impossible for someone to walk away from this presentation and say like, oh, there's nothing for me there. I think there's something for everybody.
I feel like they kind of cater to each audience of gaming, you know what I mean? Like, minus fighting games, I feel like, but you got a little bit of the people like mech games, like air fighting games, people that like RPGs, people that like simulation games, what's the real-time strategy games. You got like a lot of different things that were in this direct. Action adventure platforming, you got I wouldn't necessarily call Luigi's Mansion a mystery game, but I don't know what to classify that as, because it's not really a platformer. I think
it's an action game. I think it's like an action game.
Would you say adventure?
Puzzle.
Yeah, adventure and puzzles maybe.
Puzzle.
Yeah. I really need to get on Mario Tennis Aces, because like I like how they're
I'm
updating
considering
that.
getting that game.
Yeah, it's really really awesome. Evan was saying that he was actually excited about that as well in the chat. So
yeah.
That game, guys, man, I would love to whip your ass in it. Right now, I'm just whipping strangers' asses. I'd love to actually whip some people I know.
Yeah, I need to get on that because I when that came out, I actually ended up borrowing it from the game store that I was working at the time, and I had a lot of fun with it. It was cool how they incorporated story elements to the game. The gameplay was very fluid. It seemed very realistic in terms of like a tennis game. As weird as that sounds, like you got a giant chain chomp, playing tennis with you, but in terms of the mechanics themselves, I feel like they did a really good job with making it work. It doesn't feel too I don't like imaginary sport. You know how like most Mario sports games feel like they're just like not real sports? This one actually feels like a real sports game.
Yeah, it does.
To get to, you know what I mean?
It's good. It's good. I probably put like 25 hours into that game, so I'm not hating on it. But like, I put in 25 hours in like the first maybe like 3-4 weeks, and then haven't touched it since. I don't know if that says anything about the game or. Play fun. It looks good. It plays good. What do I want to talk? So Yoshi, I don't think they made a big enough deal about the Yoshi footage.
I don't know. I feel like it almost seems like they don't feel like it's going to be as successful as they would hope it to be. I don't know. Something feels off there.
I think it's like I think for the market itself, I think they really marketed towards like, kids. I don't think they really considered that, people our age would really want to play that game.
The funny thing is though, I want to play that game.
I know you do. I know.
I love Yoshi games. I don't know what it is. Like it looks, obviously it's, whatever. Let's be real. It looks a little girly, but it's a lot of pinks in there.
I want to play that game too, man. The game looks super like creative and like
that's exactly
original.
what I said. I agree.
It reminds me of the first Little Big Planet. You know what I mean? Like even though there's not Little Big Planet elements in this game, like just the level design itself reminds me of Little Big Planet, which clearly like they're going for this World of Crafts scenario, and Little Big Planet was all about the craft your own levels. So I feel like that whole aspect is really similar.
I could agree with that actually.
Yeah.
I like that comparison too.
Dude, I absolutely love Little Big Planet. So if it's anything like, if the level structure is anything like those, I'm going to be happy with it. And also, I love the way that the Yoshi games have kind of evolved. They've kind of stayed their own thing, but they've gotten slight changes as they've gone along. So this game even kind of really resembles what it would look like back on the Nintendo 64, just in a new era, I guess is the word I'm looking for there. You know what I mean? Jesse?
No, 100%.
Yeah.
I think it looks totally fresh.
Yeah. Also, what do you guys... I have it on stepped away, right? I'll take that as a yes. So, I do think that it's awesome that they went and gave us games like City Skylines, Civ 6, some of the card games, because I know for a fact, even though this stuff doesn't really appeal to me so much, I know that was like a genre that was kind of missing from the Nintendo Switch's library. So I feel like that will, bring in people because those games do seem like something that you can take with you and work on your city or something like that while you're on your break at work, or work on playing some Civ 6 while you're on your break, or out on a I don't even know what to say, like a long road trip or something. You know what I mean?
I know those are definitely like time suck games, and I don't think there was many of that style game like city builder, world builder games on the Switch. So now we're getting two. So if you guys are into that sort of thing, get ready to build some cities and watch them burn down.
What's up, Casper? So, Yeah, I mean, I feel like other than the hardware bundle for the Super Smash Brothers thing, I feel like we've kind of pretty much talked about just about everything. I
I'm reviewing it
personally,
on my end.
what's up?
I think we've covered basically everything.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the Xenoblade Chronicles stuff, I can't really comment on because I don't know much about Xenoblade Chronicles. The world ends with you. You know, I don't know. I can totally see why people will be excited about that just because, it was like a very popular game on the DS. I have no interest in playing it just because the gameplay style doesn't look like something that I would personally be interested in, but it does look like something that people are really excited about, so I'm happy for those fans. But in terms of Xenoblade Chronicles stuff, I don't know anything about Xenoblade. I tried to get into it a couple times, but it just didn't rope me in.
I want to play. I actually do really want to play Xenoblade Chronicles X. Xenoblade Chronicles X. That game's supposed to be pretty good.
Yeah.
But until it comes to the Switch, I'm not going to.
Yeah, I mean, had Xenoblade Chronicles X on the Wii U. That was what it was released on, right?
Okay. And there's mechs in that game, I believe.
All right.
Yeah, there is mechs in that game. But yeah.
I think
we were just saying we pretty much have gone like over everything. Do you have anything you want to add in?
And as far as cause I had to step away for a quick.
Turbo Jesse's actually talking about Xenoblade Chronicles. So what were you saying, Jesse?
That I'm not that into I didn't pick up Xenoblade Chronicles. No, I didn't pick up Part 2. Yeah. But the X game I really want to play. So if that comes over to Switch, that's something that the art style strikes me as pretty dope, and the mechs.
That was actually the one that I played. My
girlfriend, X?
Yeah, Xenoblade Chronicles X was the one that I played. I have it somewhere. I just can't I don't see it out of the corner of my eye, but I know that I have that game. I didn't play Xenoblade Chronicles 2 yet. I watched my girlfriend play a little bit of it, and what bothered me the most about Xenoblade Chronicles 2 was the voice acting.
Did you try the Japanese? Did you try the Japanese dub?
No, we didn't. When it first came out, I think it didn't have that Japanese patch yet, or something along those lines. So I was just listening to these it almost sounded like a British person sounded like trying to make an Irish accent, and it was very confused. It just didn't seem. And then the characters looked like these Japanese styled characters, but it just was. I was so thrown off by it. I just did not like the voice acting at all, so I didn't really get too deep into it before I was like, I don't know if I can play all of this. The gameplay looks really good.
What I will say about Xenoblade Chronicles 2, out of all the Switch games, it has the best story-based RPG. It's the best story-based RPG on the Switch. It's the story is really good if you're into the actual stories of RPGs. It's in terms of art style and tone and feel, it is the polar opposite of Xenoblade Chronicles X. Yeah. X is more of a sci-fi feel. This is more of an action anime. This is more of a action and I can't even say, I don't want to say JRPG because it's a little bit different than your traditional JRPG. So I would say it feels like an action anime, but it's really good. It's really good compared to the first one. The first one I heard is really good on the Wii. But if you prefer the sci-fi feel and you prefer that look, I would say stick to Xenoblade Chronicles X, which actually may be coming to the Switch.
Smexure the Bandana Muffin, thank you for subscribing. Or the Badana Muffin.
I actually got to run in a second, but I have one question for you guys. So do you think Mario Odyssey DLC is dead now? Or do you think...
No, absolutely. I feel like they're just kind of... I feel like they want to get this year out of the way. I feel like they just want to, focus on the big projects they have at hand. I feel like eventually... we will probably see something along those lines, but
I'm starting to feel like if they haven't done it by now, might as well just hold it back and create a sequel in a year from now.
I mean,
I think it's too soon.
Yeah, I mean, it really depends. I mean, it worked for Super Mario Galaxy. Super Mario Galaxy 2 wasn't shortly after Super Mario Galaxy 1, which I feel like that was like the only Super Mario game that got a sequel on the same console aside from, whatever.
The NES.
Yeah, the Super NES, where it was like, I don't know. That was kind of a dumb statement, but you know what I mean. Like in terms of 3D, since the series has gone 3D, I feel like they're not really releasing more than one per console. You know
I think we'll definitely get a sequel eventually. I mean, considering it came out the first year of the Switch, and the Switch will probably be around for like 6 years.
Yeah.
Get a sequel.
Yeah.
In my mind, I don't know.
It's possible. No, it's possible, especially with the the dynamic of Mario Odyssey. It does have that Galaxy-ish type feel with the overconsumption of moons you have to get. So I could definitely see that as a possibility.
Yeah, one up, John. That exactly like what I was gonna say, but I kind of stopped myself. Yoshi's Island was called Super Mario World 2, but I don't consider it a sequel either. It doesn't have that Super Mario World vibe to it. It's definitely
It doesn't.
I feel like Nintendo feels that same way. That's why they kind of like separated the two and were like, this wasn't really exactly a Super Mario game. Let's go this way with it and call it Yoshi's whatever and take Mario out of it.
Yeah, I think that was just a marketing gimmick, call it Super Mario World 2, get some people to buy it,
get some steam behind it. But yeah, what do you guys feel about this hardware bundle for the Switch? Like the Smash bundle?
I think it's a great idea. I think if anything, that's going to really help them reach their fiscal year goal.
I mean, what do you think of the aesthetic of it? Do you think that this black and white styled Smash bundle? I feel like with like the big portrait that they have, where they're filling in all the characters and everything, I feel like they should have just slapped that on the
made it colorful
on the dock. Yeah, I feel like they should have added some color to it. I feel like the black and white, the black and gray.
I think if you look at the Pokemon Let's Go doc, it looks like they're trying to go the route of. It looks like they're trying to go the subtle route. It's like they're not trying to do too much, but still put something on there that lets you know that this is a themed Switch. Pokemon Let's Go doesn't have that much either. It has, a small.
Well, it has more than this. Like the controller
has more color. It has more color.
Yeah, but even in even the little
Joy-Cons?
The Joy-Con straps, even those are separate colors and everything. Like they really matched it up and did stuff. But the thing that bothered me, all right, so I actually was about to talk about this when I was noticing that they were talking about the Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee bundles. Personally, I'm not crazy about how they did one half as Eevee and one half as Pikachu. I personally don't care. Like, I don't want to hate on Eevee or anything like that, but I don't care about Eevee like that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want it on my console. I wish they would have just done.
Eevee be staring at me all the time.
It's not even that. It's like I wish they would have just done for the fans that are already committed to each game. Just give me a Pikachu edition and give me a Eevee edition. Like, if you're going ahead and making two different bundles anyway, why not just give us the two yellow Joy-Cons or
that's actually a fair point. I didn't even think about that.
You know what I mean? Like make the edition like more Pikachu, like in other, like I just feel like it was I don't know, like it's just something about that beige color doesn't really mesh with that yellow color in my opinion. I feel like it's too in between yellow and brown, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I didn't go ahead.
I think that one's a little busted. I know it's a little. I actually love the Super Smash Brothers Ultimate Hardware Bundle, and I believe, I might be mistaken, but I believe they said the only characters that are on the dock are from the original game.
Oh,
yeah, I didn't really look too deep into that.
I can see that right now, because someone just put it up. Yo, he's right.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's like a little Easter egg.
That's nice, actually. I didn't even notice that until you said it. That's actually pretty nice. On the left, you have Mario. You have it's the original characters without the unlockables. So it's the original 8.
Oh, because
Said
they're
that.
because in the beginning of this game, they said that you're only starting out with the original 8 and then unlocking the rest of the characters. We still don't even know what that pixelated mode was. That was, you know how they showed the main menu and they had that little pixelated mode that was blurred out.
Mm-hmm.
Like people have said, like, oh, it's spirits mode or whatever, but nothing's really been confirmed yet, right?
There hasn't, but I do have one gripe about the bundle. There's one major gripe I have with this Smash Ultimate bundle. I'm going to talk about it. What'd you say?
I said, here we go.
What'd you say?
Oh.
No.
Here we go.
It's a fair gripe because they're giving you it's the full game download. The Nintendo Switch's onboard memory is only 32 gigabytes. This game is 15 plus gigabytes.
It's not a physical copy in there?
No, it's not. It's not like Spider-Man. That's my biggest gripe with this bundle. I think if anything that's going to hurt the sales of this bundle is going to be that.
I mean, I don't feel like it's going to hurt the sales of the bundle. I feel like people are just going to buy it because they want that
aesthetic.
That aesthetic, yeah. But yeah. I cannot stand when a bundle comes.
Yeah, it's 2018.
Because they increase the price, right? They increase the price of the
exactly.
But so, dude, if you're paying $60.
Give me the physical copy.
Yeah, that's so dumb. But James Machuga says no Skyward Sword, no Bayonetta 3, no Metroid Prime Trilogy HD, no Prime 4, no Mother Trilogy. This Direct sucked. Which you know, he has like a he speaks from that side of the Nintendo world though. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
there was people that were really hyped and really expecting some of these things, and James, and that's why I feel for you, man. I totally do.
I feel for you. It's like I didn't mean to laugh at that because if anything, let me clarify my laugh. James, I used to be in that same position where I expected so much from Nintendo. Like the way you feel right now is how I felt about the January Direct. I learned my lesson then to not expect anything when you watch these directs.
If I hadn't have seen the announcement of Luigi's Mansion, I probably would be less hype on this Direct. I'm going to be totally honest with you because the rest of it
I agree 100%.
Are things
that's fair. I agree.
Yeah, the rest of the stuff is things that we've already seen aside from game, or we didn't even see gameplay, but Civ 6, even though it was announced previously on Twitter and things of that nature, but City Skylines, some of this stuff was fairly new news to some people, but nothing was like breaking news aside from that Luigi's Mansion and Animal Crossing, the surprise sandwich pieces, the bread of the surprise sandwich. So I totally see where he's coming from, because if he doesn't give a crap about Animal Crossing, or if he doesn't care about Luigi's Mansion like some of us do, like just like I was saying before, if Luigi's Mansion was not announced in the beginning of this, I probably wouldn't have cared so much for this Direct, because all the rest of this stuff I already knew about, aside from Animal Crossing. So
yeah, and that I was actually pretty surprised. Like I knew they was gonna do a new Smash reveal. That's like the common theme. But a new Animal Crossing, I guess that's more good news, because there's been a lot of people who wanted that game. All they got to do is, make a bundle for that game. That game's going to sell a lot.
Think about the 3DS fans, though. Like, if anybody was coming to this Direct expecting some 3DS stuff,
they only give you like 5 minutes.
What's up?
They only gave them 5 minutes.
Yeah, I was just like, what? Like, I personally love Yokai Watch. I can't wait till Yokai Watch actually gets a game on the Switch, which I think that's in development at the moment, right?
Possibly. I know The World Ends With You that's coming out.
I feel like I saw like leaked screenshots of Yokai Watch gameplay or something like that. I don't know. I feel like I've heard that it was in development somewhere. I think that it's cool that Epic Yarn is coming to the 3DS. It's not anything that's like, whoa. I mean, it's cool, but at the same time, whatever. It's kind of
a downgraded port.
Yeah, downgraded port of a game that already wasn't, too high fidelity as it was. So,
old systems, right?
What's that?
I said that's what you do to old systems. You give them downgraded ports. I mean, it's still getting Just Dance 2019.
But yeah. So, I mean, I feel like that's pretty much it. There's not really too much else to say unless you guys have something else that you want to add.
Nah.
Bro, unless you have anything, Abaddon.
Nope.
Nah, I don't.
All right, so that pretty much wraps it up for this. I think after this stream, I'm gonna probably hop on the Switch. I say let's do a Mario Kart stream, or let's play some games together. Just go through some random stuff. So I'm going to hop off. Thank you guys so much for coming out. Thank you to Abaddon and Turbo Jesse for hopping in and discussing some of the stuff after the direct. So that was good to have like an open conversation there. So thank you to everybody who hung out with me on this live stream. I appreciate it. And I will see you guys in a little bit. I will be streaming. What time is it now? It's 7:30. By the latest 9 o'clock, I will be back online, and let's just go ahead and play some Mario Kart. I'm in a Mario Kart mood. So thank you guys. And make sure you guys go follow Turbo Jesse. His link is in the chat. Also follow Abaddon. Put your link in the chat, Abaddon.
I already
even
did.
Though you don't like to. And yeah. Thank you guys so much. This has been Rax, Abaddon, and Turbo Jesse. And what? Abaddon, I'm stealing your thing.
I see it. I see you are.
And I'm out.